Real Big Boss Calvin 83. And I may I'm just too tired to go live. So I'm definitely gonna speak about the Cam Newton podcast with Kate Michelle and a bunch of other topics. And, I have to, I try to take related topics similar so I can let y'all know how stuff is just really connected more than we want to acknowledge and accept a lot of times. So this hyena that y'all praise because she panders to y'all from time to time, and she got all the answers. I never said I had the answers, so don't try that with me. Y'all put this woman on a pedestal. You got you need ninjas in the red pill space. It's a joke. Just because she slams other women, y'all give her praise. Don't you understand? A chameleon. Dana Dane is a chameleon, and I don't care what even people who rock with me and support me and agree, and people who agree with me, other content creators. Look, if y'all want to rock with her, I'm not telling grown people what they should and shouldn't do, and I'm not telling y'all who you should and shouldn't listen to. I am saying y'all support these female content creators that just use popular red pill, manosphere, men's advocate talking points, but they don't got no results. Y'all say she had a father, but I told you he's a girl dad, hoe ass ninja simp. Don't you understand? He's that girl that spoiled her rotten. My baby girl, she don't do no wrong. No man's good enough. Let me say this to you girl dads who say that no man can ever be good enough. I'm like me, dude. Nigga, shut your ass up. A lot of you men, before you had daughters, before you became a father, because y'all were doing a lot of bullshit. Okay, especially you dudes who that were dogging out women, whooping their ass, living off them. Even when she had children, you mistreat them and abused them. So miss me with that. Y'all did a lot of women, and y'all did a lot of women dirty. So now that you have a daughter, you want to act all brand new. It's same with these mamas. Same with the mothers. Y'all want to act like y'all so goody two shoe, that you're so angel, and I'm this upstanding person. No, you go sit your ass down. Well, don't you want your kids to see me as an upstanding person? No, I want my children to see me as a real one that kept it real and lived by being real. I ain't trying to be this polished fake image. That's just never been who I am. I told y'all I don't do respectability politics. Okay? No man can be good enough for man. These bras are trash. Any man, even a man who working at McDonald's, is good enough for these women because a lot of these women ain't got nothing to offer. These women got unrealistic expectations, and well, what about them? No. Even if men do have some goofy ass unrealistic expectations, I'm guilty to this. I want you heifers to be awakened. I want y'all to be woke. I want y'all to stop cooning. I want y'all to have black pride. I just hope, and I'll just be hoping that there'll be a woman like that ain't like these hyenas. And I'm starting to realize that's not true. But to me, to think no woman can ever be good enough for me, that's just bullshit. And when I hear women, and especially when fathers tell their daughters, no man can be good enough for her, and no man can be good enough and can be like me, nigga, shit your ass down. There's always somebody better than you. There's somebody always better paying attention to you. There's always somebody striving and watching you and trying to take your blueprint. Not necessarily in a mean, malicious way. There's somebody coming along that's going to be better than you. That's why you cannot stay stagnant. That's why you can't stay complicit, because there are people coming behind you that are striving for better. And instead of trying to have a crabs in the room mentality and tear them down and sabotage, no, work for these people. Stop being a hater. But I digress. I'm trying to find the video of Dante Kyle pandering to the B-dubs. And I don't know, but to me, Dante Kyle, you with his Grits Names podcast, he a simp. He a Panda Bear simp. He's sold out, and he's trying to become like the next Dr. Umar Johnson. The typical pro-whack, the typical pro-black simp. Pander to black women, but yet when I look at Dante Kyle, he's trying to become like the next. He's a mixture of the fat Dr. Umar Johnson and Derek Jackson. He's trying to mix into one. Now I don't know what's going on, so I'm gonna play this hyena's video. This Chameleon.
Men be trapping women with babies to keep them on a leash. So apparently Deontay Kyle spoke about this on his podcast. Is this true? Yes. Are y'all girls stupid because you still falling for it? Yes.
They're not falling for shit, Dana. No, it's not true. You're talking about a small isolated incident. Most men don't have children. You have more than half the population, especially with Gen Z, who don't even talk to women because of the delusions. You got the millennials, but it's getting worse with Gen Z and Generation Alpha. Most men, who are the millennials, down to, and I'm not saying late Gen X, the mixture between the late Gen X and then the older millennials and the millennials all the way to Gen Z. And then you got Generation Alpha. Most men, especially black men, do you know most black men can purchase condoms and birth control, even though there's limited access? Guess who has more access, Dana Dane? To birth control. You women. And even deleting your unborn child, which a lot of these broads fall for. Most men, especially black men, over 55%, they say 54%, but I think it's higher. Over 55% of black men are single and childless. And I'm one of them. Especially when you talk about over the age of 30. I'm 40 plus. I don't have no children. Do you know how many black men I come across who don't have no children, who are over the age of 35? Not 30, over the age of 35, who don't have no children. And then you broads will say, well, that don't make you a good man just because you're responsible. This is what women will say. Black B-dubs will say, particularly oh, there's something wrong with you. Why you don't have no children? Huh? I tell you, fellas, you can't win for losing with the BW. She always want to use the sign language. Shame, insults, guilt, and need to be right. This ain't no popular talking point on music. This is just an obvious fact of observable reality. We just came up with a term. Kevin Samuels specifically. But we've been saying that's how y'all are before KS made it mainstream for y'all women.
Both things can be true at once, right?
Nope. No. You can have two things be true. However, not everything's a 1-to-1 ratio. Not everything's equal. Not everything's 50-50. Damn it, especially 100-100. So stop it, Dana.
It's 2025. This is a well-known thing that men do this.
What men are you talking about? If that's the case, how come you don't have no children out of wedlock? How come you don't have a husband? Oh, that's why you blocked me. How come you don't have no children? How come you don't have no baby daddy? If that's so true. If men commonly do this, how come you're not a statistic? I could actually say that I'm seeing a growing number of women especially B Dubs, that over the age of 30 that don't have no children, and that's a scary number. That is rising. Did you know that? You're almost 40 years old. There's women I actually come across over the age of 35 that don't have no children. Wow. But but some of them that do find somebody or get married try to have children, and then they have all these problems. You can say, well, that's usually white tea people and Asian people, that especially Asian women. You got a lot of Asian women that will have their children over the age of 30. That's why that, especially in the white. Look at Japan. There's a reason why they say they call these women leftover women. Japan and Korea. You got in the Caucasian, the colonizers, the Caucasian community. You got a lot of white tea women that have the children later. Black women, y'all have your children way too damn early, when your frontal lobe ain't developed, but because they told you to be a 304 and don't hold your hoes accountable. They don't even call you hoes. Let me say this. How many baby showers have you attended, Dana? Talk to me.
And the fact that y'all are still allowing this to happen,
they choose to be that way, though,
is stupid. It's stupid. This is like the oldest trick in the book at this point.
Ain't no trick. Ain't nobody tricking these broads. Y'all been told to get over on a man, to deceive a man, I'm not on the pill. Let me finesse this man to not have it without no condom. Most B-dubs have more children than black men. Do you know the only man in the planet that has more children than his woman is the Caucasian male? Y'all never call out this passport bro, the real sex tourists. Y'all never want to call them out. That's because y'all a bunch of bedwenches. Y'all worship the colonizer. Your coon ass was talking about how white tea men value marriage and they look for wives, which is a bunch of bullshit, because you got a white tea manosphere. I've been in if you would have asked me and never put me on block, I could have told you I've been in the men's advocate spaces of white tea. Before I even came to the pro-black empowerment space, I was with the MGTOW. I was in them forums. Yes, I started from Black Men Vent. However, when I was in the space, it was always mostly Caucasian men from America, Canada, Australia, and England, France, Western, just Western Europe, and they talked about the problems they had with women in the feminism and the misandry. They allowed it, but you get what I'm saying. Like, the B-dove wants a child. The reason why, because Uncle Sam is her husband. She get child support, she get this and alimony, and that's why she don't want to be married, because she want to try to replace a new man and upgrade. She's too busy trying to think she can do better. Y'all look at Sprinkle, Shara 7. Look how y'all support her. Look how you support a lot of these women who don't know what the fuck they talking about, and you're one of them. And that's why the black woman is the most single. This is why when a black woman tries to date out to deal with a man of another culture and race, she struggles. You know that, right? This is why when black women try to go overseas to find a husband, they really struggle, because they're not having that. The only success that black women do when they go overseas is to get their cheeks clapped, because they see y'all as easy. Non-black men can be the most brokest and poorest, most of disabled, the least desired, poor hygiene, and y'all just open your legs to them. But the black man gotta have, gotta be like LeBron James. I gotta be over 6'5". Gotta be there 7 feet tall. I gotta have some muscles. I gotta be in tip top shape. I gotta have swag. Gotta have game. I gotta be a multimillionaire. I gotta be monogamous. I gotta have God first, even though you don't believe in that. You're not a God-fearing woman. Unrealistic, and I gotta do emotional labor. I gotta kiss your ass. I gotta let you do whatever. I gotta let you be independent. But I'm supposed to just be a traditional man while you be a modern hoe. Fuck out of here.
I didn't seen it happen with other women. I didn't had it happen to me.
What other women are you talking about?
The men and said stuff to me about us having cute kids.
Wait, hold on.
I would love to have a family with you at this point. I didn't seen it happen with other women. I didn't had it happen to me with men and.
What, you mean to tell me you had children? You must have deleted your unborn child. Guys, I told you, watch out for these chameleons. You've been warned.
Said stuff to me about us having cute kids. I would love to have a family with you. Blah, 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 blah.
That doesn't seem like he's trying to entrap you. The man was requiring marriage, Dana. I swear, these bras will be saying anything for a TikTok check. That money y'all must be making that good TikTok money for y'all to be just, because I've never seen so many people, particularly women, say the most dumbest shit.
I don't care what you want. It's about what I want, and I'm not.
That's why she's one of those women. That's why she got a dog, y'all. That's why nobody checking for her. Now I'm talking about putting a ring on it. That's why. And don't be fooled. I'm single by choice. BS. That's only rare. Or they just run their course. But it's BS. She wants a certain type of man. She's no different than none of all the other broads.
I having no baby with no man that I don't think deserve to be no father. I'm not having no babies, period. Right? And since I'm in control of my own body, no kids will be.
If that's the case, then are you a virgin? I'm serious. If that's the case, if you women say you're so controlled, how come you're not a virgin? Because if you're so controlled and you're controlled, then a lot of you women should be virgins. Your body count should be. You should be a virgin. And if you're not, you should have less than 5 bodies. And you should be at least found somebody in your later 20s going on your early 30s. I'm just going to keep it a stack. If you're so in control of your body, which is a cap.
Y'all know by now, I don't get no grace on this acting as if you don't have no control over whether or not you want a baby. If you truly don't want no child, the child wouldn't have been had. If you truly didn't.
You see how she contradicted herself?
Want a child. See, a lot of y'all, you may have not wanted one, but you did not want one bad enough. See, when you don't.
They wanted that housing. They wanted to go to school without paying for it. They wanted that grant. They had them social programs. And they wanted a car. And they wanted some trick to pay their bills. And since the family is going to enable her to be a deadbeat mom because she's not going to really spend time and she can be able to live her best life. That couldn't be, you couldn't be my daughter doing that. No, you're not. No, you're going to find a husband by the man you had a child with. If he was good enough to open your legs, you're good enough to be stuck with him. And unless this man was unalive or had a freak accident on the job or just had an unfortunate death, that's your husband. Remember that. And if you just don't y'all just can't just come together and you're trying your hardest, you're gonna have to look in the mirror. And my thing is, the next man that comes along, you better be fucking humble. You understand what I'm saying? You women should be humble. If you're not a virgin, if you're a woman and you're not a virgin, you should be humble. Hands down.
Something bad enough, you'll make sure it don't happen. I knew I didn't want no kids. I made sure kids did not happen.
And a lot of black men have made sure that didn't happen because all the horror stuff that they went through with their dirty ass mama, divorce, creepy men, creepy family, toxic family members, and they didn't want their children to go through that. So a lot of black men, shout out to my brothers in this generation of the millennials, late Gen X, especially the millennials, and then you got Gen Z who just say who don't want to be bothered with women at all. Gen Z guys don't want to be bothered with these heifers. And these guys, and I don't blame them. We checked out. I've checked out. Now, does that mean I don't have no hope? No, I'm just doing my thing. Striving to be the best of the best. Dante Kyle, whatever he said, is full of shit. These women choose that life. They know exactly what they're doing. That frontal lobe bullshit, they've been groomed by a bunch of hoes. By a bunch of degenerate hyena women. B-dubs. This sisterhood, the fake fragile sisterhood, that gives them the horrible voice because they're failures themselves. But y'all women love to listen to losers. We got to start calling women losers and failures. We need to start shaming these women harshly. Because since they want to be equal to men, they should get the same pain and suffering too. They should get the same ridicule. And I don't want to hear them crying about it.
Right? When you really don't want something, you really make sure it don't happen. And you're not going to let another person have control over your life. And that's what I did. I was never going to let another person come in and make a decision that would ultimately affect my life more than it would theirs. A man have a child with me, and guess who's going to be more responsible for that child? Me, not him.
No. Everybody else, the taxpayer. You're not being responsible for this because the data shows otherwise of these broken children, especially these broken black boys. Then you got these 304s, toxic women. Y'all choose to fuck up your life. Y'all choose that because I want to do me. I can go on girls trips. I can get a check from this dude. I can spend up the money and I can drain him financially. I can alienate the child's father without no consequences. And I get resources either from him or from the state. Or the above. Come on, Dana. You know better than that.
He can leave me and move on with his life.
No, bitch. I'm going there. No, bitch. Y'all women are the first to break up. Dana, I watched your videos. Before you blocked me, you admitted that you broke up with every man you've been with. You the one who walked out. So most you women, you B-dubs, are trash. Y'all the deadbeats. Y'all the ones who wreck your homes. Y'all always abandoning the family. Y'all always destroying the family. Because I'm not happy. Narcissistic. Y'all deserve that slap.
Forget he ever had a child with me.
No, a lot of you women forget you have a child. That's why the abortion rate is so damn high. Y'all, when it comes to non-white T women, y'all leading abortions and y'all promote that shit. See, over there, they don't openly promote that stuff. You had Wendy Williams say, she was asking Wendy Williams, and I remember that episode when, I want to have a child, but my husband says he don't want to. We're not going for this. Oh, girl, just trick him. That's what a lot of black women have done. Openly said this. Openly came for black men. Openly committed paternity fraud. And black men are the most involved fathers. But you won't acknowledge that. Even though you came from a two-parent home. You have the same trash mindset like you was raised by a single mother. I've told you it doesn't matter because it's the culture. Look at Angela Simmons. She ain't from that, but she took on that degeneracy. Look at T.I.'s children, especially T.I.'s son. I don't know his son, but you know when he had that altercation with his father and he exposed him for being a piece of shit. That TV that y'all see with T.I., he's fake. He's full of shit. Just like everybody. Run DMC, all them full of shit. But y'all need to stop supporting them fake ass motherfuckers. Russell Simmons trash.
A lot of the men y'all got kids with do. And y'all have seen that happen over and over again, and you still fall for the okie doke.
No, they ain't falling for the okie doke. They choose to do that shit. They know there's ain't no consequences, and somebody's gonna reward them for their bad behavior. And it's gonna be some simp, some predator. And a lot of these women are predators. They actually tamper with birth control. Look what happened to LeBron James. These women will tamper with your birth control and give a defective birth control to a man. And then lie and say, I'm on the pill. I had a shot when she didn't. Oh, I'm allergic to latex. Or, no, you can pull out. Let me get on top of you. No, this broad is big.
Right? But back to the point. You're not going to stick me with no child, think you got me on no leash, think that I got to be dealing.
No, that's what y'all do to the men because y'all can have control and Uncle Simp controls you. Because the black community is a granocracy. America is a granocracy, but the black community is an ultra granocracy.
With you for at least 18 years, absolutely.
Over 18 years, 18 plus. It can even go up to longer than that. Yeah, over 25 health insurance.
Not. When I'm done with you, I'm done with you. Ain't no reason for you to ever have no communication with me. I never give you the ability to have a child as the reason as to why you got to still be in communication with me.
See, she exposing, this is why these women will eliminate the biological, the child from the biological. She's exposing why.
Absolutely not. When we stop talking, pretend you never met me. All right, we ain't got no trace of you ever dating.
You know these women are gonna still ask for me when they move in with the dude, dusty ass dude. That's why men are not having it. That's why men get your passports.
Me, if somebody asks me about you, I don't even have to tell the truth that I ever knew you, right? Because there is no baby. But a lot of y'all,
you don't have to have a baby. You bras will be y'all commit paternity fraud. What the hell are you talking about?
Allow these men to put a leash on you. It is your body. Stop.
No, these women put a leash on us. And you're being supported by the white tea supremacist.
Picking and choosing when it's your body, your choice. It was your choice from the time you opened up your legs if the R word didn't happen. Right? So yes, these men do be plotting on y'all. Yeah.
No, y'all women be plotting. Y'all be doing the majority. You talking about a isolated, it's a rare. Because like I told you, most men, especially black men, are single and childless. Most black men over the age of 35. Most black men are middle-aged, don't even have no children. What are you talking about? You are the rarity. You don't, even though you are a growing number of women who are over 30 plus, almost 40 years old, who don't have no children.
Yes, these men do be having an agenda. But it is your fault also for allowing.
No, you wouldn't be having an agenda because you just want a baby because you just want to be the mom. You don't want to be a wife because you don't want to do no wife work. You want this white tea bourgeoisie lifestyle that most white people don't even live, but you don't want to do the white tea woman work. That's why y'all get mad when brothers deal with women of other races, women of other cultures. If they're black women, they're not from the Western society. Because to me, I don't see a difference when it comes to black women in America and black women in Jamaica. I gotta be real with y'all. Black women from Europe. Because any black woman who comes from a Europeanized country is trash. She's gonna have that same anti-black misandrist hyena mindset. And she's proven it.
want him to fulfill said agenda. Men be trapping women with babies to keep them on a leash.
This broad is full of shit. And Dante Kyle, women have said, it's my body, my choice. These women have a baby because they can, especially by a certain type of man making a certain type of money, or they can live off the damn government. Nobody's lying to these women. Shit. If women had a problem with men lying, why is it that when men are, like myself, are honest and respectfully honest, why is it that we get canceled? I'll wait. Why is it that? Because most women hate the truth. That's why pandering works, because these women like to rather be lied to.